Well, hello there, brothers and sisters of WoT Blitz universe. You're watching WoT Blitz Addict again. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about the money printer, which is the T34, the tier 8 American heavy premium tank. And I just want to remind you that I'm still on my 500 subscribers, so if you want to help me out, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. But let's move on with the review. If you want to check the stats, this tank is always in your garage, so check it there. I'm using multi-purpose restoration pack, adrenaline and repair kit as usual, case of cola, protective kit and improved fuel. It's basically standard. 20 AP rounds, because AP, as you can see, has great pen. It also varies from time to time, but basically that's it. 8 APCR and 6 HE because you don't need more basically. I'm using gun rammer because the pen is great, and this almost 1 second of reload time really makes the difference. A chance gun laying drive and vertical stabilizer because the aiming time is pretty darn bad on this tank, so gun is accurate enough if you aim long enough, so make sure to reduce that aim time. Defense system because it's not a great rammer. Enhanced armor because why not, it has great turret armor. I would go for the toolbox, improved optics of course, engine accelerator if you want, but you can switch it to improved control if you like traverse, and I think this will work better with the heavy tank. The last would be consumable delivery system because of the reload time, but it really depends on your preferences. So you have, as you can see, you have 10 degrees of gun depression, and when you use it correctly, this tank is a hold down beast. It's really hard to pen. I on purpose choose lever to shoot at T34 because lever also has great pen on AP, and as you can see, still it can pen the front of the tank, the front of the hull, but mediums and Russian heavies will struggle to pen it. And as you can see, with APCR and calibrated, you can also get hit in the cheeks and in the gun mantlet, so watch out for that. But in most cases, people will struggle to pen your turret, especially when you're moving along and just wiggling your tank. Also, it has great side armor. Of course, it's not really a great side armor, but it has wide and long tracks, so that means if you angle a bit, in most cases all the enemies can do is to track you, nothing really more. As you can see, there's a little bit of it's even hard to point at it. Yeah, but there's a little, oh yeah, here it is, the little weak armor point, the triangle on the top of your above your gun mantlet, that it's really hard to hit. Also, the hatch can be penned in the top, but when you use full gun depression, it's basically hidden, so don't expect enemies to point at them if you're using full gun depression. The back and the side of the turret are quite trollish, to be honest, but the back and the sides of the tank are basically paper, as all American tanks have. Okay, so we're gonna watch two games. First one is actually from me, and the second one will be from my amigo Mr. Vodka, because he sent me this replay some time ago and I decided to use it because why not. I always try to use great games from you guys, and yeah. So on this map, it's basically the best way to play it is to push the medium side, because in most cases, in most battles, you will fight on the medium side, and the team that has the caves in most cases wins, but it depends on the player's skill, of course. I decided to push through the middle because like I told you, this tank is hold down, so it doesn't have great hull armor, but it has great turret armor, and from this position you can use your gun depression and use your strong turret. So this went in actually, yeah, so great thing. First damage dealt, and now we can see that the red heavies pushed the heavy side, so all I need to do is just try to hide my hull and keep them busy. And as you can see, the Russian heavies will simply struggle to pen my turret, and I'm hiding my hull behind this rock, as you can see, So all that poor IS-3 can see is my turret, and there's no chance, even with the Pramo, that he's gonna pen my turret, especially from that distance. With its derpy gun, it would have some very extremely lucky. He would have to be extremely lucky to hit my cupola as well. So yeah, we're trying to hold the flank here. Mets are doing their jobs, and they, as you can see, they already pushed the flank. So I held all the heavies on this side to make it easier for my team to simply deal with the mediums on the other side, because heavies were trying to deal with me. They were kind of afraid to push because this gun can deal some nice damage, and that's great. And as I told you, you need to fully aim your gun, because if you not fully aim your gun, you're gonna simply derp like a Russian tank, and that's the main disadvantage of this tank. But the pen is great, and if you take your time to pen long enough, as you can see, even the turret, front of the turret of the Emil isn't really very much of a problem. I'm trying, I was thinking about shooting that hatch, but I decided not to. And here's a defender. As you can see, it has pretty darn good frontal armor, but not against T34. That's why I'm not using much of my Pramo, because it's simply not useful. And that means if you mainly shoot AP, that means you will make more credits, and this tank can earn close to 100 credits, 100,000 credits per game, which is so, of course, if you're using your premium account. And I don't know how that bounced. I have no freaking idea how I did bounce that shell. But yeah, now we're just trying to hide ourselves just to be protected by those rocks, and we're just trying to show our turret only. But yeah, as I told you, this was quite lucky because I wasn't fully aimed. But yeah, and as you can see, we dealt 2k damage, isn't spectacular, did 1 kill, but we hold the flank, hold the line, and we did our job. And I made one mistake here by not pushing this T28 Proto. I decided to hold back and I blocked my amigo, and this was really bad thing to do. But still, as you can see, we're gonna win it easily, and we dealt over 2k damage, which is yeah, it's like results almost 3k because the blind shot went in. So second class, nothing special, less than 1k XP, but still pretty darn good game, showing how to play the tank. And here's the game you will love watching, because it's the lucky Mr. Vodka, of course, and his T34. If you ever saw games from Mr. Vodka, you know this crazy guy can do wonders with every tank he's driving. No matter what, he's so experienced that he just can use every single tank to its strong points, and that's what you need to do. So you need to stay hold down every single time, and if you can manage to have a friends with you and to stay hold down, to not push out into enemy fire, and if you need to simply try to angle your tank a bit and get those shots on the tracks, because like I told you, the tracks are long and pretty wide, and that means they can simply bounce shells, and this shot is just perfect. As you saw, if you fully aim your gun, the dispersion is great. You have pretty much 0.3 dispersion, 0.302, I don't know, something like that, but close to 3. So it's good for a heavy tank, especially for American heavy tank with such a nice gun. But the thing is, you can't really do much if you won't fully aim your gun. And my amigo went, I think, AFK for a second, but nothing happened during that moment. That's great. So now he's in the perfect position for T34, but unfortunately the Borsig is blocking him, but he's in a great position. He can simply go hold down against the red tanks, and this shot is just, yeah, that's when you know you're facing an experienced player, when you see shots like that. And my amigo decides to go back because they are already being flanked by the red team. As you can see, the the green mediums are just all dead, and they've been pushed. So that means that open the flank for the red mediums to get on the back of my amigo's team, and he thoughtfully goes back to deal with those guys. Here's the T49 with the wrong gun, but that's great for my amigo because that means he can't really do much damage per shot, which is great. And as I told you, the whole armor isn't spectacular, so T49 sorry, with the derp gun could throw a nasty hash shell into the side of the side armor of this T34 and do a really nasty damage. But unfortunately for my amigo, he's just trying to, as I told you, to angle the tank to get those shots on the tracks and respond with fire. He's 1 against 3. He's on 2k damage. It's not gonna be an easy one. It's not gonna be an easy task, but he will do as much as he can. So one nice shell went in. He's trying to hide as much as possible because he's not. It's not going to be easy for him to go against 3 tanks, especially when the one is medium tank and another one is Tiger 2. T32 isn't really much of a problem because the pen on T32 isn't great, but he's doing a great job. He's blocking the Tiger, so Tiger can't push down. That means he can't shoot his hull. All he can shoot is his turret, and that's great. At the same time, he deals with the Panther, and that means it's 1 against 1. And look at this penetration. You can easily pan the front of the turret, the front of the hull of the Tiger 2 with your AP. Yeah, that's great. And now he's just blocking him, and he decides to push because Tiger was a one-shot. He knew he could pan him easily, and that's how you win the games and make great games. Well played, Mr. Vodka. So he got almost 4k damage, 4 kills, first class. As you can see, Top Gun, High Caliber, Steel Wall, and Kolobanov, which is really deserved. And that's basically all for this episode, boys and girls. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. If you want to join my Discord, the link is in the description below. Take care, bye bye, and catch you all on the battlefield.